welcome to another live edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline in the BPTV studio. Thanks for watching us. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine, smoking Jim, eating Jim Frazier. Look at him. Look at that smile. Chip Hayner's not going to be here. He's having a happy anniversary with Stephanie, and they're redoing their vows. They're married 10 years, so congrats to both of them. They're very happy, and he's missing our show because of his beautiful bride. We got plenty of sports to talk about. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and all the way from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between. We appreciate you watching. Thanks for all the Facebook likes and watching our TV shows each week. We got 6,871 likes. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. And we've been doing this show since October 11th, 2011 was our first show. Smoking Jim posted that up a while. I had that deer in a headlight when Mike passed it off and said, Al, can you do the intro? Gave me 30 seconds to get ready for an intro. And we've been doing it 660 plus TV shows on YouTube. You can watch us every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and sometimes even Monday and Sunday. So check it out. We appreciate you. I got some promos here. We'll see if they got to come out and help us with this. We'll see how our man Connor has this good eye. We'll see what he does with Olive Oil's Pizzeria sponsors our show. Look at that. Connor got the eye. He's back in the saddle again. Excellent. 412-831-1900. Hillcrest Shopping Center. Frank Fanera, the owner, sponsors our show. Smoking Jim just ate that pizza. Matter of fact, he inhaled it. He got another bite left. We'll see if he holds out. But check out that pizza. Next up, Bethel Park. See what Connor can do on this one. Ah, it's perfect. We got a perfect placement there, Connor. You can just go closer if you want. You want to do a little closer? I'm testing your skills. One more notch. Perfect. Look at that. 2600 South Park Road. Bethel Park Historical Society Schoolhouse Arts and History Center. That's 2600 South Park Road. They do a lot of great things there. I think they have an event coming up on my daughter's birthday, February 23rd. I think they have a flea market there, but check out their website. And if you need a loose leaf green tea, go to Reginald's Coffee. They have Wi-Fi. Julie and Matt have a great place there. I enjoy my Dragonwell green tea. I get a pot of that each time I go in there. And of course, we get a photo. Thanks for all you fans of mine and theirs for liking us, over 100 each time. We appreciate it. Clay and Cole, they're brothers, and they do a great job serving us there. So check that out. Next up, I end each show in honor of Joey. He had brain cancer, DIPG, and it killed him before his 10th birthday. We honor him at the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation. You can donate whatever you want for trying to find a cure for the DIPG, from as little as $1 to whatever you can afford. They do different events. They have things all year. I think they even have a flea market type thing. They have a 5K 1 mile walk in September at the high school in Bethel Park. I usually film that because Joey's theme was superheroes. Look, he's Superman in this picture. And all kind of people, I interview him and thank him for coming out to support Joey Fabus, and we end each show in honor of Joey. So check that site out. Next up, Bethel Park Community Foundation has money for you. That's it. Pull it back a little, Connor. I'm testing your skills here. Look how I even got Pittsburgh Sportsline in here and the Community Foundation. Got the cameraman of the 2020 year. Excellent pick. I like that. I'm pointing right there. Pittsburgh Sportsline. But the Community Foundation has from $100 to $5,000 for your group doing great things in Bethel Park. And we've given out over $970-some thousand in 25 years. And we're hoping to crack that $1 million mark maybe before the end of this year. We'll see what happens if it's possible. but they normally give out over $100,000 a year to great groups in Bethel Park. So check them out, get your application. I'm a trustee on the board. We meet every couple months, so come on out. Next up, Dave Cable likes to have a little fun at the talking machine's expense. Look, there's my face on Uncle Sam. I want you for BPTV. Like, look, Connor, we missed him for a month, but he's back. And look at the camera work he's doing there. It looks great. Give us a call at 412-831-3304. Tell them Uncle Al Levine, the talking machine, sent you. You can be helping on camera like this. We got Jay on audio. How do we sound, folks? Hope you're enjoying that. And we got a great little promo there. Next up, we have a sponsor of What's on Your Mind. It's our first question of the show. It's sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski. And you can switch the camera to just my smiling face, guys. If you can switch that camera back to the one I got. There it is. Look at this haircut. Got it today about 12 o'clock at Azazu Salon and Spa at 301 Fifth Avenue, downtown Pittsburgh. My girl Marianne cut my hair, did a great job, made some friends there. Talked to my friend and owner, Emilio. And I told him, how about if we do a show here? He agreed. I said, I'll interview your girls and you some Saturday.
Wow.
So look for a Saturday, maybe in April, maybe May, and he was talking maybe June. So we might be there on a Saturday, one of those days. Smoking Jim, keep your schedule open. But we'll check it out. He's excited about doing the show. He came up to the Bethel Park Market District. You know, that's a giant eagle up here. And he got asked by so many people, he was promoting his Azu, so many people were mentioning Al Levine, the talking machine, getting his hair cut there and watching his show. He come in the next time I got my hair cut and he goes, I want to be on your show.
Wow.
I said, I've been asking you for 6 years to talk about baseball and your hair salon. Come on and do it. Then I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, so we're going to do a show there. But that's what's going on. We'll get to Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. He works on anything and everything that runs on gas. 724-348-4715. Give him a call. He can work on your car, your weed whacker, your lawnmower, your truck, your boat, you name it. They work on it. They have a forge. They make axles. They have Pittsburgh auto thing that makes drive axles and shafts, so they do all that work. They make hooks for Smoking Jim's great wear that he wears each week. He got clothes and shoes. He got hooks for those size 17 shoes that he gets for $20. So it's always good, but check it out. He's right at 6103 Route 88, a red, white, and blue service station right past Mineral Beach, Trax Farm. Can't miss them. Check that out. And we're going to start our show with What's on Your Mind, Smoking Jim Frazier.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
don't break
you got to see Levine, my high school quarterback option days.
Good. What year?
I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine. Why are you going to take a chance, Chip? I'm so nervous for Chip. Because we know Chip married way over his head, Al Levine. He was so lucky to get Stephanie. Why give her a chance to say no after 10 years? Al Levine, the talking machine.
Smoking Jim.
What's the odds? 50-50 chance? She says yes?
100%.
100%. I'm nervous.
She posted on Facebook she's still in love and happy with Chip. So no matter what you say negative's not going to affect him one bit.
I'm nervous
it's like this on her shoulder, right off the shoulder.
I'm nervous for him, but we'll find out officially soon, I guess. But hey, I got a question for you, Al Levine, the talking machine.
I'll try to answer.
Since when did black men be able to grow beards? These black guys got beards everywhere. I remember a time when black guys couldn't grow beards. It used to be Grizzly Adams, not Leroy Adams. Can you Google? I mean, they're looking
Smoking
good
Jim.
with the beards now. Since when that happened?
Let me interrupt you. Smoking Jim, if you read any history, black men have had beards as long as white men.
Really?
Thousands of years. It's just all you guys got in America, and you can't grow a beard.
Wow.
It might be all the plastic you're eating and all the other stuff you're eating.
Brothers must be putting that Rogaine on their face to grow the beards, man.
Brothers had
when
beards.
When I was growing up, there nobody had
This
beards.
is another Black History Month moment
have
with
razor
Smokin'
bumps.
Jim. No, they've always had that, Smokin' Jim, and you can buy stuff for that. I used to sell it at Ralph's Discount so you wouldn't have
Did
as
it
many
work?
bumps. Yeah, just like the picks
Did
for
you
your hair.
Put the little fists in the ear?
I sold, no, the picks.
Oh, yeah.
Picks that look like this.
Yeah. You sold them to the brothers?
Definitely, and whatever they put in their hair, we sold
you
that
could stab
too.
somebody with them pigs, man.
No, they stuck them in their hair and
Yeah,
their
you remember
afros.
that?
Yeah, they go, you need one because your hair looks pretty good there. But I had to refuse them. But beards have been there forever.
Wow,
They're
for the
even,
black man.
Yeah, they're even in the Egyptian hieroglyphics, black men with beards.
Really?
And there were even pharaohs that were black.
I didn't know that.
I'm trying to give you a history lesson
Appreciate that.
during Black History Month.
We got to go on Chris Moore together so I can get some education. You and Chris Moore can educate me.
Put
while I
it
sit in
like
the
this.
middle.
You bring me down anytime. I'll talk to Chris Moore. He's a legend.
Yeah, he is.
It was great meeting him at the awards dinner when I won an award with Jessica Lee this time. And you missed us.
I missed it. You didn't tell me Chris Moore was there.
Yeah, he even gave a speech.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little negative to roll out here.
What a surprise.
Al Levine, the talking machine.
Yeah.
Auburn 22-2, ranked number 2 in the country, playing Missouri, who stinks at 11-13. I bet the house on Auburn. Missouri blows them out. One of the biggest upsets in college basketball history. And I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine, I was this close to just bringing in 250 and giving it to you.
I'll
and then
take
I
it.
said, we got a lot of young people watching the show, and I didn't want to come off as a quitter. So I'm not giving up. Hell, I mean, the talking machine, I'm doing it for the youth. But
Smoking Jim, let me just tell you, that's why college basketball is
It's
so
fixed.
great. It's not fixed like the NFL or the NBA. How do you get a game 157 to 155 in the All-Star game? Who in their right mind would even watch
I
that?
love that kind of scoring.
Where's the defense at? Where's the fouls except at the end of the game? How do you win a game on a foul shot?
But what's on my mind, Al Levine, the talking machine, I don't know if people in the area are familiar with the Nelson family
Yes.
from McKeesport. Now, they didn't play no sports, but all the Nelson daughters were beautiful church-going girls. I used to date Iris Nelson. I tell you what, I should have married her, Al Levine, the talking machine, until I seen her sister Gloria, who was beautiful. But she was taken at the time. She was engaged to Chucky Scales, the running back from Pitt. Wide receiver running
Smoking
back
Jim,
from Pitt.
my mother's family grew up in East McKeesport.
Really?
Yeah, and
They
my mother's name, may she rest in peace, was Gloria.
Wow.
Yeah. So thanks for
Well,
bringing that name up.
Every
She
Gloria
died-
I ever met was beautiful.
She died in 1988 due to Alzheimer's complications. Very young, and she was a sickly woman and just tough, but she was a great mother. She had 4 kids in 5 years, took care of us like you couldn't believe.
But I get a call from one of the Nelson brothers, and that's
Yeah.
always trying to get me to go fishing. You know I don't fish. But
You might want to start.
But he told me, now I'm not sure if it's Gloria's daughter, son or not, because, like I said, Chucky Scales is about 100 pounds over his play weight, so I don't recognize him if I do see him. But he's preaching somewhere, I don't know where. If anybody knows where Chucky Scales is preaching, I like to go hear him preach. And tell everybody he used to be fast.
I got Smoking Jim. You know I'm an honest man, unlike you. I see a lot of these pictures you post, and I swear you look like Urkel, and you're a skinny young man. Tell me you're not 100 pounds more than what you were in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Tell me that honestly.
Yeah.
I think you got 100.
That's true. But people still recognize me even with the more weight.
Well, look at that smiling face, the best smile in Pittsburgh media.
But I get a call from Nelson.
What'd he say?
Who tells me his nephew
Yeah.
is Well, I should say I got a text.
Because you don't answer
He
calls.
told me his nephew, long text. He said his nephew is Brandon Boston. 6'7", skinny, 175-pound.
Well, he needs a few years to develop.
He's a senior, though.
Okay.
Already signed with Kentucky.
Wow.
He moved this year, senior year, to California. Now, he was All-American as a junior.
Yeah.
He moved to California, and he plays with Boney James and Dwayne Wade's son. He plays on that team.
Wow.
He's a superstar, 6'7" shooting guard. I wonder why Pitt didn't try to at least
They
give
didn't
him
know
some money
about
to
him.
come. This guy's a superstar. I watched him score 52 points in one game. He can do it all. He can shoot, great foul shooter. He can take it in and do any kind of slam dunk. Only thing I didn't see him do was play any defense. He don't play no defense. Calipari may have to get him together. But remember the name, Brandon Boston, a 6'7" guard. Looked like he could be one and done at Kentucky.
Wow.
Playing with Boney James and Dwayne Wade's son out there in that high school in California. What a great story.
Thanks for your Black History story. We covered beards and now Boston. We got it all during Black History Month with Smoking Jim Frazier. Oh, man, I'm not going to be as entertaining as Smoking Jim, but I got to talk about baseball because I saw one of the dumbest things ever by a commissioner of baseball. Manfred came on and was talking about if players throw at the Houston Astros, they're going to get disciplined. Well, baseball has some unspoken rules since Manfred didn't even discipline the players who were stealing signs, which is illegal, and they only got rid of 2 people, general manager and a manager. The players on other teams, Mike Trout is one of the greatest superstars in baseball, and he's actually a quiet, nice guy like Smoking Jim, but he started speaking up about how wrong it is and how disappointed he is in these friends of his. And he said he would have a lot of fun if he knew what pitch was coming. And he laughed on the air about how cool that would be. But it's dead wrong. So other players are coming out saying they're going to hit these guys and they're going to get even and get something for them because the commissioner didn't do his job in punishing these guys. They should all be like Pete Rose, banned from the game, because he admitted what he was doing and he signed his death sentence. So he'll be the greatest singles hitter in the history of baseball who won't be in the Hall of Fame. And these guys should at least, here's the other thing, Manfred said, that's just a hunk of metal. What are people worried about? These players love the hunk of metal that's for the World Series. You played, you want the trophy, you want to be the winner in the whole league, and he's calling it a hunk of metal. Why doesn't he go in and get that hunk of metal out of Houston and bring it back and say there is no champion? That'll hurt those players more than banning them, because there'll be nowhere in the record books that they won a World Series. And that's what's on my mind. We're going to come back with some fiction and fact and maybe some Black History Month with Smoking Jim Frazier.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. Thanks, Dr. J, and my man Connor. And you said Connor did good? You can't say good without Gateway, bro.
Yes, I can. There ain't no gateway here, buddy.
The G stands for.
Put it like this, there ain't no gateway in Bethel Park. These kids are happy at Bethel Park High School and homeschooling in Bethel Park.
Well, all I can say is this, Hal Levine, the talking machine, and I predicted it even before we met.
Yeah.
Jack Miller. I said Jack Miller was all football. Jax was all football all the time, but taking that beating against, South Columbia, Now he don't even want to play football no more. That never happens at Gateway.
Let me explain something to you.
That was a beating they took.
You didn't understand.
He was all football.
You didn't understand this. He's played football for part of his life, but he played baseball his whole life. And guess what sport his dad even got drafted in for the major leagues? Baseball.
Same.
So it's in his blood. And when he saw he didn't have the size, he told you on the show.
He got good size.
He doesn't have good size. He goes, if I wasn't D1, why would I want to sacrifice my body to football? Shows he's smarter than Gateway guys. Why would I sacrifice my body with injuries? Because like I said, everybody I knew in football my senior year was hurt.
Well, I think he was D1 until the state championship game.
No.
The D turned to 2.
There were only a couple D1
Double
schools.
D.
No, you can't disrespect it. He gave me the letter. Let me pull that letter.
What high school is that again?
Avonworth. Look, it goes with my shirt. Look at this. Goes right with the shirt and the haircut. Avonworth, do not listen to Smoking Jim. We're even going to be invited to a party they have March 6th.
Really?
Honoring Jax on Camp Horn Road, Sunny Jim's.
I'll be there.
I got an invite. I don't know
What
if they're
days a week?
I don't know if they're inviting you.
I'll come pick you up. Guess who coming to dinner?
I think it's a Friday night.
Is it a Friday night?
Yeah,
We'll go together. That's why I know I'll get in.
My big event for the Kidney Foundation is March 7th at Heinz Field, which is a Saturday.
Oh, that's Saturday.
Yeah, $350 a ticket, so come on out.
Wow.
They're trying to raise $280,000 to help people.
That's not with the judge.
No, that's a separate one. That's the one they recruited me when they heard my story.
$350 a plate?
Ticket. Yeah.
That eliminates the black folk.
Ah, there's a few there. There's a few coming in. I'll have to report to you on it after that. All right, continue.
But the fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac.
I can't wait.
And I got to tell you, I got to go down this road, y'all. Who do you believe, Myles Garrett or Mason Rudolph?
I got to interrupt you. I got to interrupt you right now. Here's what's so offensive, that all these players were right where Myles Garrett was, including his own teammates. Not anybody. None. The NFL investigated. The Steelers investigated. There's only one guy that said they heard Rudolph say the N-word, and he's not even like that. So it wasn't said. Nobody proved it. It's all like you and this guy who's a president that keeps bringing up old conspiracy theories because you have no facts. And you could say whatever you want about facts, but I had to disclaim that because I've been hearing this nonsense. And I was even going to rant about Tomlin being on TV for the first time on ESPN. I loved it. He was straight up. He was unlike Smoking Jim Frazier. He told it just how it was.
So you believe Coach Tomlin and Mason Rudolph?
Oh, I believe the Cleveland players. Not one Cleveland player said they heard it said on the field.
He was on top of.
Yeah, but there were players all around him.
I don't know. When somebody's on top.
Didn't you see? There were two other players there the whole time, and his team was right there.
Well, we agree to disagree.
No. Put it like this. I'll put a big D by that disagree.
Okay.
Because here's what the problem is.
ESPN believes
No, you got all these politically correct people like yourself who's the opposite of that they don't want to offend anybody. But here's what happens in life. I dealt with them, you dealt with them. Some people have the L word. They're called liars. And when you catch them in a lie, like I used to get in trouble at work because I'd go, you're lying to me. They go, prove it. I go, okay, come here. We'll meet with this guy. I go, did he say that? He goes, no. I go, you're a liar.
Wow.
That's how I'd stop it.
Wow.
Right away. So if somebody else can't verify what Myles Garrett said, which they haven't.
And nobody can verify that it hasn't been said.
Yes, they can.
Because the mics were turned off.
Well, here's how they do.
Said.
Mason Rudolph said he didn't say it. And he hasn't been caught in a lie yet. He said it from the beginning. He said it when he was falsely accused of it.
Well, Myles Garrett told the general manager and a few players that it was said after the game.
Yeah, because he knew he was in serious trouble because he snapped out. When you snap out, you got to come back and lie to get the truth out there as you see it.
That's not what I wanted to talk about, but I just thought I'd
Sorry,
bring
I
that
had
up.
a rant. We got extra time because Chip's not here, so I figured I could go
But
crazy.
here's what's on my mind, and I'll go back. Who believes Myles Garrett
Nobody.
or Mason Rudolph?
Nobody.
But I went to an all-white high school.
Okay.
Played on an all-white football team, and I was the only black player on the team. And all the teams that we played were all-white teams.
Yeah.
Right? And we're playing North Catholic.
How'd you do?
Yeah, well, the black guy kind of stood out because I was black. I wore white shoes. I kind of, you're gonna black guy. Anytime I did anything, it was magnified.
I wore white Adidas shoes when
Wow.
I pitched.
Whoa, okay.
White Adidas.
By the blue.
And I'm as white as they come.
Okay. So we're playing North Catholic.
Okay.
They called me the N-word so many times, I thought that was my name. But I didn't want to pick up a helmet and hit somebody. It just made me mad to want to play harder,
How'd that work out?
It worked out good. But on the flip side, we scrimmaged a great Peabody team one year. Peabody's a City League team, won the City League championship that season.
How many white kids did they have?
They had no white kids on the team.
Thank you.
But they called the white players on my team so many names. It was so funny. I started taking notes. If I ever have to play the dozen, I had something. And it was all fun and games until they started calling me Uncle Tom for playing on an all-white team.
No.
Beating the talking machine. So it was a flip side. So I got it from the white teams and I got it from the all-black teams.
And look, it made you stronger. You're strong.
That's it. And that's what I'm saying today. The National Football League, they threw out the N-word. It's a penalty. They never called it in 5 years
Yeah.
for saying the N-word. But you can't lose your mind. You got to play harder. I think Jackie Robinson hurt worse. Jim Brown and those guys, the pioneers of the game,
Sure.
hurt worse. But you can't really try to kill somebody because of that. Because,
Well,
listen,
I
I
don't
don't know a black person other than myself that don't say it. It's all in the rap songs. It's all in the lyrics. They joke about it. And you can't lose your mind because of the word, and I do believe something was said.
Here's what I believe. He's a poet and he's a liar. Doesn't make
That's
it right.
defamation of character.
He's a liar
How can you say that?
because nobody heard it.
And nobody didn't hear it.
Let me announce on TV that when you're lying, I call you out. Just like Smoking Jim when he tells you he's going to be there. Unless he's picking me up, all bets are off.
I got good intentions.
He means well, but if you ain't speaking the truth, let me explain something to you. L-I-A-R. That's what it is. It's a lie. And I know your dad would have got the belt out or worse if he caught you in a lie.
Woo.
There's no doubt in my mind. A tough steel worker like that.
But I got beatings even when I told the truth.
Well,
that
you
nobody
deserved
could
it for
believe
the next time.
Yeah, nobody could believe it. And Myles Garrett got suspended for telling the truth.
No, he didn't. He's a liar. Put it like this. Anybody that believes he's an honest man like you, they're liars too. Because he's never been proved anything like that. He freaked out. He's had these episodes before. Because he has what you don't, when you don't talk about it, he's had other episodes where he got mad. He got in trouble a couple other times during the last couple years. This isn't his first time.
This is what I always say, and here's some education from a general studies major.
General Sue.
Myles Garrett never got in trouble in elementary school. He never got in trouble in junior high, high school, college, or in the pros. But Jeffrey Dahmer never ate nobody in elementary school, high school, but when he got his first taste, brother, so it's hard to defend him because, I don't know, he could have snapped L of me for no reason, but until, hey, I can't. If the man says
He's a
something
liar.
was said,
No, he's a total liar.
I don't know if the N word was said, but I believe something ended in the M.
Here's what
ER
happened
was
to
said.
him. He goes, "Quit hitting me and punching me," and Miles
But
Garrett.
he said he didn't even say that.
Miles Garrett. No, I'm saying that Rudolph said, "Stop hitting me." He goes, "You ain't seen nothing yet," and he kept pounding on him. Then he grabbed his helmet and said, "Here, have a piece of this."
And Rudolph grabbed his helmet first, right?
Yeah, but he couldn't get it off his head. It was strapped on. He already took his strap off because the game was over. So just because you got to the one helmet before he did, makes you wrong.
Did you read his lips when he was running after Miles Garrett?
Yeah.
Did he get hit the
Yeah.
helmet?
He said, "I love you, brother." That's what I saw.
Give me my helmet back.
He said, "All I want is this expensive helmet with the microphone in it so I can hear the plays." And he said, "Please give it back." And he goes, "Here, you want it?"
Well, we agree to disagree.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
Everybody in Pittsburgh is siding with Coach Tomlin, who's never stepped up for anything. And everybody in Cleveland's agreeing with Miles Garrett.
No, they don't even know what to agree with.
So,
His own players aren't agreeing with him.
I guess it's 50-50. I guess I tilt the scale because I'm the only one in Pittsburgh that believes in Cleveland Brown.
Let me just tell you this much. You're outnumbered like you were last year when you made one of the worst predictions ever.
ESPN agrees with me.
Yeah, but when you made, that's because they're all about hype.
That's true.
And they have so many black people working with them that they want to buy into that because they're about sensationalism, just like you. And this ain't working on Pittsburgh Sportsline. End of discussion. We don't agree to disagree. I straight up disagree that you're trying to defend a liar. If he were in your family, he'd still be a liar.
Well, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is one question, and I know nobody can answer this.
I can answer.
Why would Coach Tomlin, for one thing, Mason Rudolph can speak for himself,
He
or
did.
his attorneys can.
He did, and he didn't even sue him.
But why is Coach Tomlin speaking now? But
There's a reason.
But here's what I'm saying. I don't know the reason. You got to explain.
I
this
will.
to me.
I'll explain it
But let
to
me
you.
ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Well, I forgot the question. I forgot the question. I was going somewhere with it.
CTE.
No, here's the question. Why would Coach Tomlin
Defend
go
him
so
now.
strong and defend a man that he benched? He benched Mason Rudolph.
let me
Now all
explain
of a
this.
sudden he's out in front.
Let
He's
me-
a Mason. He's beating the band for
Let
Mason
me
Rudolph.
explain this to you.
Is it because Ben can't play anymore?
Here's what we get into. He heard Smokin' Jim talk about they should cut Big Ben. They just signed him to a big contract, so they have to eat all that salary.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody has said he don't see the doctor till the 21st. Nobody has said he's okay to play. I bet he's not.
Good point.
So who knows how he healed up? He gained 100 pounds.
Good point.
He looked good on the West Virginia sidelines with that coonskin cap. He looked 100 pounds overweight.
I didn't even know that was him.
And his beard was out like
He had a
that.
brother beard.
So here's what happened. Tomlin had to defend his
Good
potential
point.
starting quarterback
I like that.
in 2020.
I like that.
That's
Good
how
job.
simple it is.
Good job.
How was my answer?
I love it. That was great. You're the only one I heard say that. That was great.
You hear the truth right here on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
And right here.
Yeah, right here. If he tells me he's an honest man again, I'll snap out again here on him. Thank you, Smokin' Jim Frazier. Ambridge, next Monday, the 24th, John Panaris Agency, 651 Merchant Street, downtown Ambridge. That's where we'll be. We'll be filming our show from 7:30 to 8:30. John and Serenity have bought at least 3 Pittsburgh Sportsline polos.
Wow.
So they're big fans of our show. They come to Olive Oils almost every week just to hear Smoking Jim's What's on Your Mind and watch him eat 8 cuts of pizza. But other than that, they wanted us out there. John's so happy we're coming out. I put up a Facebook event page. I said, if you're in the area in Ambridge, it's 44 minutes from my house, so we'll be there. And we plan on doing a great show. We got Chris Dempsey, who hasn't been on our show in 5 years. He was an NCAA winning wrestler at 285 pounds.
Wow.
He lost 100 pounds and looks like $1 million. He fought in the UFC, got concussed a couple times. I'm not sure where he's fighting now, but he keeps busy because he looks in great shape. I saw him at an MMA event. We talked. He goes, I miss being on the show. I go, we'll try to get you on. Who knew I would have a show in downtown Ambridge, 2 blocks from his house?
Wow.
So he's excited about being there. And we got John, loves us as much as can be. He can't wait to have us in his office. He does taxes. If you need your taxes done, Smoking Jim, well, you don't report anything. You don't have a government name. For all you other folks who do taxes, John Punaris, P-O-U-R-N-A-R-A-S Agency in Ambridge. He's been doing it for 50 years, and he's good. He gets people money. Next up, we'll be doing a show at Olive Oil's Pizzeria March 9th. Got some guests lined up for that show and working on it. Then we have a special first ever Pittsburgh Sportsline fundraiser, March 16th. So come out to Al's Cafe, a legendary place in Bethel Park. The food is great. Smoking Jim's never been there. You got to have their food. Just a great place. We'll be there with somebody from the local Kidney Foundation of the Western Pennsylvania and the Alleghenies. They'll be there helping us out. Judge Arnone is the special host of the night with us.
Wow.
So we're going to have a lot of people coming out to it. It's $10 to come there and donate to the Kidney Foundation because I just had a kidney transplant. It's almost 6 months from the day, September 13th. I'm doing great. My son's doing great. We're truly blessed. The hospital was fantastic, Montefiore. I'm seeing my surgeon tomorrow for an exam. It's a 6-week exam. First time I'll see him since my surgery. Can't wait. So there's a lot of good things happening. Check us out on March 16th. Then I want to announce for St. Patrick's Day, March 14th, we're going to be in Millvale Community Center, Golden Gloves Boxing with Jose Carabello. And he asked me if we could stream our show. So we're going to stream boxing live on our Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook page. Wow. So me and Smoking Jim will be announcing. We'll have audio coming in. All I got to do is set up a phone on a tripod, hook it up to the camera, and I'll have it go to Pittsburgh Sportsline. He has bars and restaurants that are going to plug it in on their TV with Pittsburgh Sportsline. So we could get a couple thousand people watching the fights.
That's great.
So Dave Cable gave me the setup. There's a tripod and all this stuff we can do. And Steve Areno, our camera guy, is happy to do it.
Bring a GoPro.
No, we don't need that. We did the GoPro with you at the Meadows. It was a shocking event. My man didn't breathe for 1 minute. He could swim underwater. He was on a horse, holding on for dear life. And he beat me by about a half a length. Unbelievable. I'm still scarred by that. But we had a lot of fun with that GoPro. I was hanging out there, getting them on there, and it was great. But we don't need a GoPro because we got to have a phone access to Pittsburgh Sportsline so we can stream it to it.
What if somebody calls you on your phone?
Guess what? I'm not answering.
But will it cut the stream?
No, it won't cut it.
We'll
be good.
It will be good.
Because I'll be signed right in the Pittsburgh Sportsline. So it'll be straight into...
I'm learning something.
Definitely. You can do streaming Facebook Live like that to a page or something. We had a couple times people did it on our shows for a few minutes or something. But yeah, we're looking forward to doing that March 14th. And we got Jose's going to be a guest in March. So our March 9th show, he'll be there. And he's doing some fundraising for McKees Rocks because they're having trouble with supplies for the kids. So you know they need help anyhow, and Jose's from McKees Rocks.
They got free
That's where he
lunch
grew
program.
up. Well, they do. They eat well, but they need their supplies. So he's going to talk about fundraising to help McKees Rocks students. Smoking Jim, you could give a slice of pizza or something
I
for
got
him.
an idea. How
What?
about moving the McKees Rocks into Montour School District? That would save a lot.
When are you going to do that? They'll follow your example. You be the leader. We can agree to agree on that. You lead them to the promised land. And then come May, we got a show at the Sokol Club, May 8th. And that's for Kevin Bachner fundraiser. Had a great time with Sam the Butcher Suska. You know, he invited us back, so we're looking at that. And then, like I said, we're looking at Azazu at 301 Fifth Avenue. What a place it is. You got to meet the people there. Beautiful women cutting hair. Emilio's a great guy. And we're going to do a show there maybe in April, May, or June. So we'll see what happens there. So we got exciting things happening. But come check us out at Al's Cafe on the 16th. Mark your calendars for that day. I'd love to see you out, support the Kidney Foundation, and help them. Just so you know, 33% of Americans have kidney disease, and most of them don't know it, like I didn't know it.
Wow.
So you should get checked, get a blood test to see how your kidneys are functioning.
Well, how did you find out? Was you
I'll give
feeling-
my story here since Smoking Jim
Okay.
asked. I turned 60 years old, and my kids bugged me. They said, "Dad, you're old." I said, "I'm in good shape. I'm not old." They go, "You haven't had a physical in at least 5 years." I go, "Well, my dad died, and I didn't like what happened with the doctor and the hospitals and circumstances, so I need a new doctor." My daughter goes, "I got a good doctor in Bethel Park. How about going there?" So my son and her, Drew and Casey, beat me up. I had to go, "I've taken enough. I'll go for my exam." I go in, they go, "Your blood pressure's up a little, some cholesterol, and you're in stage 4 renal failure." I go, "I'm in good shape. I feel good." They go,
Which
"Do you have
renal-
any back pain?"
Which renal failure?
I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
It's your kidneys are only function at 12 to 15%,
Wow.
which is terrible. That means you have a severe problem here. Do you have any history in your family? I said, "No, just heart disease." They go, "We can treat that." And I said, "Can I get a second opinion?" He goes, "You're going to a nephrologist." I go, "Who the heck is that?" He goes, "A kidney doctor." So he gave me a kidney doctor. I got a second opinion, a third opinion, a fourth opinion. They all said 12 to 15% function. So they said they gave me some meds. I was walking 5 times a week, didn't feel any pain, wasn't tired, didn't have any trouble peeing. They kept asking me every month, "How are you peeing?" And I go, "I don't have any problems." And after 6 months, I go, "Why do you ask?" They go, "Most people with kidney function like yours have trouble." I didn't tell anybody, like my best friend Smoking
I
Jim,
can't believe it.
that for 3 years I was sick. They said, "We got to put you on the transplant list." So the year before, they put me on the transplant list. Year before, in December, my son Big Drew come up to me. He goes, "Dad, instead of waiting 6 to 10 years for a kidney, I'm healthy. I'll give you my kidney." I said, "If you're serious, thank you." He goes, "I am." A month before September 13th, he was a perfect match. O positive, kidney matched up, his health matched up. And I got my kidney on lucky Friday the 13th, September of 2019. And that's what I knew. And I feel better every day. I'm thankful for his kidney, greatest gift I'll ever receive. That's my hero. He may even be at the show on March 16th. I asked him
that's
today.
awesome.
Because I said, "You got to come out." He goes, "I don't want to." I go, "Come on out. You're my hero." So he's thinking of coming there. Plus, he likes a good meal. I said I'd treat.
Well, but in the future, if you ever need a doctor, you got 5 opinions from doctors, and they all said the same thing.
Yeah.
I got a doctor would have said you was 100%, bro.
Guess what? I'd be dead.
Really?
Yeah, if I listened to your doctor, I'd probably have died. So I'm glad. Do not listen to Smoking Jim on betting or doctors. Seriously. No, it's fatal.
Wow, I didn't know
That's
that.
how bad kidney failure is.
I never knew that.
I had a friend of mine, good friend of mine at the Post-Gazette for 36 years. I run into his uncle at the Market District, the Giant Eagle, last year before I was even getting my surgery. And he goes, "Did you hear about my nephew Mike?" I said, "Yeah, I heard he died." He goes, "He died of kidney failure and liver failure."
Wow.
He was 1 year older than me.
Wow.
So I said, wow. And I told him that, you know, I had kidney issues and I was getting surgery in September. He goes, "Well, good luck."
Well, as you know, I'm not a doctor.
You
but
can't be.
But this is the problem I have with the medical field. I have a friend of mine whose mom had to get a liver transplant because she was alcoholic.
Yeah.
And they says, "We cannot put you on the list unless you can give up drinking for 6 months." She was addicted. She couldn't give it up. They let her die because she couldn't give up drinking.
Well, do you know why? It would have failed the
I
operation.
didn't know that.
Johnny Halo's wife, Mary Lou, was sick for a couple years, almost died because of liver failure.
Okay.
She got a donor, they took part of her liver. Now she's healthy again.
She gave up drinking?
She never did.
She never did. Okay.
But she had liver failure.
But how come it would have, if somebody keeps drinking, it would fail?
Yeah, because it's not going to heal up or work right.
They can send a man to the moon, but they can't give a liver to
When's
an
the last
alcoholic.
time we went to the moon? That's what I have to ask. When is the last time we were there? The first time.
When people got addictions, I got a heart for people with addictions.
I know, those suckers. You're hooked on the sucker. All right, we'll be back with some fiction we'll be back with some Penguin talk. Welcome back, everybody. Smoking Jim's working on that sucker, don't worry. He only has one a day. Well, we got some Penguin talk. Smoking Jim Frazier, I know you don't follow the Penguins that much, but they're number one in the Metropolitan Division because your boy Ovi and his team lost last night.
Did they?
So the Penguins are number one in the Metropolitan Division.
And they got Tampa Bay tonight.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Best teams are in the East.
I don't know how you know that, Smoking Jim.
Because I placed my first hockey bet. I bet the Penguins.
And how'd you do?
Well, they play tonight. That's my first bet.
Guess what? It's not looking good.
I did bet on the Penguins.
No. How
baseball
many pucks did you give up?
Nah, not that.
Just a couple.
I put my big money on. I got big money on Florida State to beat Pitt.
That's
They
a
only gotta beat 'em
no-brainer.
They only got beat them by 13.
13.
And then I got Baylor, Dayton, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna start. I lost my control here.
What the?
I said I'm gonna start betting little Penguins, and then
Well, you
doing
might as well
baseball.
lose money on other things.
Well, I'm gonna make money because in baseball season, I'm gonna bet against the Pirates every game. I'm guaranteed to make money.
They may win 70 games. So
And-
you'll lose 70 times, and you'll win
110.
92.
Yeah, 92.
So it means you only have a positive of 22.
Is that it? When you do the math.
Didn't they teach you in Gateway? Just like I told them last year, you predicted bet the house 7 times and you only won 5.
Yeah.
No, I mean you only won 2 out of that. You lost 5. So you take 2 off of 7, that means you lost 5 houses. This time, you'll win 92 times and lose 70, so you only win 22 bets.
Minus the juice.
Now figure 250 and all the juice you lose on those 70 games.
Wow. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
I was counting the money.
Put it like this, that's like breaking even.
Really?
Yeah, because if it takes it up to like what 80 losses would have been, because the juice you're going to pay on that.
Yeah.
What's your juice on each bet?
Depends on how much I got to give up.
You're putting $2.50 on a bet. What are you paying in juice? $50?
Yeah, about that.
That's not good. That means $50 times 70. How do you spell $3,500?
Is that what it is? You did the math that quick?
Yeah.
You got a calculator for a brain.
50 times 70, 3,500. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Graduate of KO. Gateway. Yeah, add $3,500 to that.
Wow. Maybe I got to rethink that.
Put it like this. Give me the $2.50. We'll rethink it all day long. You just got to hand that to me. So we've probably only got about 5 minutes left.
Went fast.
I know, but you piqued my interest with your show. Tell them where you did a show last night.
Oh, man, I tell you what, we were out in at a beautiful place called the Walnut Grill in Fox Chapel.
Nice.
Outstanding setup. It's beautiful. Matter of fact, on February 29th, we're bringing in, on a Saturday, we're honoring Sarah Weck, a friend of your family's.
Sarah who?
Sarah Weck.
Sarah Weck. Guess
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do that day? You're supposed to have breakfast with me and Sarah
I'll be with Sarah Weck.
at the Polar Plunge.
I'm gonna have to
That's in the
cancel that.
morning.
I'm going to have to cancel it.
Why? You're not going to see him till that night.
No, it's 11 o'clock. 11
I knew you'd get out of
Early.
it. I knew. I told Sarah he has CTE. He ain't even going to be there.
forgot all about
And
that.
she laughed. She gave me an
Oh,
LOL.
you're not going to the Polar Plunge, so you're
I
just going
may.
to breakfast.
I may go to the Polar Plunge. I'll show Chief of Police Scott there, Scott Schubert, that I'm supporting him. It may not be long because it may be chilly.
But it's all going downhill for that show. It's Champions Live. Everybody knows Bill Neal's been around in the community doing great stuff for 46 years. But
Wow.
the first show we had Randy Grossman. This show we had two Hall of Famers, Mike Murray and Frank Caligieri, and Dan the Man Bogan, who's in the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. Guess who our guest is for the March 2nd show? Kickball, women's kickball team. So it's going down quick, brother. So come on out if you want to learn about a kickball.
Oh, kickball
Remember
team.
we had them on
Yeah.
and the show, the one lady passed away. So I kind of lost touch.
I guess you would.
There's a new person running it, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't got no other guests. Come on out. We can set it up right in the restaurant.
You're unbelievable.
Demonstrate. So it's all going downhill. It was only 9 shows we're doing, but
How did that happen? Where do we find this show?
well, the first show popped up on YouTube somehow. I'm not sure if any more will be out there.
What do
I've
we
been
look
doing
for?
shows for years, and that's the first time I've ever seen one.
I know. I remember the first show we did back 7 years ago for the Super Bowl, and the camera was covered up with a jacket.
Here's a great one. I don't know, we only got a quick minute.
We only got a couple, I think.
Here's a quick one. We're doing shows at the Crawford Grill over in Station Square.
Yeah, I
right?
remember that.
We bring in a youth football league. They must have brought in 200 parents, fans,
Wow.
and kids, right? Bill Neal's interviewing all these old Carney Hawkins legends and this and that. These people are sitting there. Well, our film crew was from the Art Institute, and they had to get the van back by 9. The show started at 6 o'clock.
No.
9 o'clock, we still hadn't got the midget league teams up there yet, right? So all of a sudden, the guys from Point Park started packing up. Now, they were up there on the in the balcony. So the president of the youth football looks up and sees the camera guys leaving. He comes up to me. He's like, "This is not going to be filmed." I'm like, "Oh, bye. He ain't spoke to me since, man. He was a good dude. Dean Brown, if you're out there, Dean Brown, for Black History Month, let's get back together." They drove back to Braddock mad, brother. But we still brought them on, but it wasn't on TV.
But they wanted, like I give interviews on TV, buddy. That's what we do.
At least they didn't have a coat over the camera this time.
No, I don't know how we were even seen on TV. I never saw that show. It was a great show. No, but hey, thanks for watching us. We appreciate you guys watching us on our show. Thanks to Smoking Jim Frazier and some of his stories. And he keeps telling me he's an honest man, except when we talk about Cleveland. So I don't want to talk about Cleveland and their liar, Myles Garrett. He's truly a liar. Thanks for watching our show. Check out our Facebook page. I post up things. Maybe I'll have to post up Coach Tomlin's very passionate interview just for Smoking Jim Frazier. But hey, thanks again. Please stay Joey strong.